Gizelle continues to be messy, attacking other people's marriages. This time, it's Candace in the hot seat. Maya continues with her challenges regarding telling the truth. And Robin has finally put on her big girl drawers. They may be ill-fitting, but at least they're staying up. Welcome to Cliff Alerts. The program begins with Karen at her plastic surgeon's office. Evidently, Karen had a procedure on her breast. She removed fat deposits from parts of her body and put it in her breast. At least that's the story. And both she and her surgeon seem to be happy with the results. Cynthia, Candace's sister, has moved in with her and Chris. Evidently, Cynthia is having a home built, and in the meanwhile, she's staying with Candace. And it's good to see that Candace has some sort of healthy family member around her, and at least she's getting some good support. Ashley meets up with her friend Deborah. Evidently they met at a mom and me situation, and Deborah comes through and they're discussing Michael and the pending divorce. Ashley claims that she'll be living at the new house and Michael will be living at the penthouse by himself, and that Michael will be eager to resume his will. Ashley said she's doing so well on TikTok that she wants to invite the ladies to a class. She, in fact, wants to learn how to teach a class. So she's inviting everyone to a session where the ladies can shake what their mama gave them. I'm not going to go into detail with the session, but my God. Gizelle meets with Robin, and Robin was faulty. She came in hot. She was upset that Gizelle mentioned to Ashley when she was talking to her at Karen's spring event that Robin didn't even have Juan's name on their deed. And Robin goes on to tell us that because Juan had some credit issues, therefore her name is on the deed. She should start covering her husband and not put their business on the street. Robin tells Gizelle that she and Ashley were out shopping for wallpaper for the new house, and that Ashley showed her a text from Chris, Candace's husband, which she received around 2 a.m., telling her that she should have come over to the hotel that he is managing. And of course, Ashley, being who she is, she still got that diaper on. She decides to let Robin know so that Robin can tell Gizelle and Gizelle can tell the world, because that's how the cycle usually goes. Robin tells Gizelle that, hey, maybe it wasn't a big thing. Maybe he was just promoting the hotel. She wouldn't read anything into that. And that's why when Gizelle goes in and tells her of a situation with Chris at the reunion, Chris was drunk, asked to speak to her. He evidently got her. They went to her dressing room, thought her glam squad was still there, but they were not, so she was in there with Chris, and she said that Chris made her feel uncomfortable. Robin looked at her as if, like, what is this mess about? But she said, and she told her maybe she's reading far too much into it. Karen gets home and Ray asked her how did her appointment go. Ray believes that Karen should not have done the procedure and that she's a role model, and what message is she sending women. Karen said that, hey, basically You crossing the line, brother. This is my body. Evidently, Karen had um, her breast enhanced before when she was much younger, and she is approaching 60 years old, and she thinks that she wants to do it now. So Ray's feeling some kind of pressure because now Ray's an older man, and Karen basically is feeling herself. And Karen checked in. She said that, what she does with her body is what she does with her body, and he got to take several steps back. And I agree with that wholeheartedly. There's a new cast member. Her name is Jacqueline, and she's Maya's friend, so of course proceed with some level of caution. She meets Maya and Gordon at a restaurant. They're talking about the encounter with Gizelle at Karen's party. She claimed that Karen texted her when she was on her way to the event. She spoke some, and then she said Karen texted her a day before, giving her a heads up. And my question was, when did Karen actually text her? When she was on her way to the event or the day before? Then they go into a conversation about her health. Maya's story is not making sense. Everyone has their individual journey. I get that. But if I could share a personal story, my mother was not feeling well. She went to her doctor, referred her to a doctor at Johns Hopkins, same one I think Maya mentioned. My mother went to see the doctor on Friday. He told her go home, pack a bag, and come back on Friday. They spent the weekend doing tests, and by Monday, my mom was prepping for surgery because she had cancer. The healthcare professionals at Johns Hopkins don't play with you. So I'm not sure what Maya's story is about. Tests come back sooner. Don't take 4 months for a test to come back. And I'm taking an MRI pinpoints exactly where the problem is. So, if Maya said that she has issues going on and it's cancer, typically the doctors set you on a course for treatment. The treatment will entail some sort of trial, some kind of surgery, and some kind of chemotherapy. So, for me, listening to Maya, it all sounds like ish. Candace meets with Ashley, and Ashley repeats the story about Chris sliding into her DMs and sending her a text saying that she needed to come over there. And Candace tells her pretty calmly, I'm impressed. She has improved. I hope she keeps that vibration going. Tells her that Chris is now the GM at that hotel, and more than likely he's sending out messages and responding to her friends because he wants to, have more people come out to the restaurant and out to the hotel and restaurant. At no time do you get the impression that Chris is feeling Ashley in any way. So we don't catch Ashley said, oh, she understands, but like everything else, Ashley and Gizelle gets going, usually hell is involved. I'm not gonna hold my breath. The ladies attend Ashley's TikTok party, and prior to, Karen texted Ashley and told her that she's not well, she's not coming, and of course Gizelle indicates that Karen is running from Reese, who is going to show up at the party. Now stands to reason that Karen is still salty by what Charisse said at the reunion, hearing another woman try to attack their marriage by alleging that the wife had an affair. They're going to try to hook up with them. That may be in Gizelle's foul and rank mind, but it's not based in reality. Birds of a feather flock together. Charisse and Gizelle have aligned themselves, so it's gonna be on. The TikTok party occurred, and they should not have put that on camera. That's just me. Afterwards, Gizelle wanted to have a word with Candace to let her know the incident that occurred between Chris and herself at last year's reunion. Candace asked her pointed questions. Did Chris make any move to her? She said no. She said, did Chris say anything to her? She said no. But she said she felt uncomfortable being in a closed room with a married man. Candace, knowing how the game is played, she starts asking for the producer, because she knows that's one of the stories that Gizelle is going to be pushing, and she wants to have nothing to do with that. We see at the end her speaking with the producer to try to shut that nonsense down. So that's all I have. Please like, share, and let me know what you think about these ladies. Send me a comment, let me know what you think. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys soon.